We are Georgia and David. We quit our jobs to travel full-time around Mexico with our 14-year-old Sheltie-Poo Meep. Our goal is to take a picture with her in front of 100 Pueblo signs.
Stay tuned to the end for our Airbnb tour and a full detailed breakdown of our expenses. Welcome to Morelia. In this week's video, we're going to show you our favorite things that we did during our 28-day stay here in this beautiful city. We'll show you our favorite restaurants, museums, bars, and more.
Of course, our first stop was the Morelia Cathedral, which was very impressive. We continued walking through Centro in search of something delicious to eat.
We have stopped at Carnitas Don Pepe. They've actually been open since 1942, and we ordered the Especial Carnitas, which are a little bit fattier than the other option. They're also a little bit more expensive, but they look fantastic, and they include chunks of ribbed meat as well as some of the skin. Looks absolutely delicious. It's accompanied with beans, salsa, pico de gallo, and some pickled jalapenos.
Wow, those tacos were delicious.
Yeah, I think we might have a new favorite taco joint, and I fear we may be speaking too soon because these are our very first carnitas here in Morelia, and they were outstanding. The meat was super soft, and they were perfectly seasoned. They were completely tender, at just the right amount of fat, homemade salsa, just really, really amazing. Right now we are waiting for our little trolley tour to begin.
Morelia has some extremely beautiful architecture. Almost all of the buildings were made from the same slightly pink stone. The central area is a bit more spread out than some others, and this trolley tour is a great way to get the lay of the land. About halfway through our tour, we stopped in front of Santuario de Nuestra Senora de Gaudalupe. The outside was fairly plain, but the inside was one of the prettiest we have seen so far in Mexico. It was super detailed and very colorful.
At the end of our Tranvia tour, they stopped in front of the Museo de Dulces to ask if we wanted to do a tour, and they gave us a discount to do it immediately after the trolley tour. The Dulce tour is really cool. I highly recommend it. They show you how sweets used to be made here. They have a little video that goes over the history of the sweets, and then in the back room, they have a bunch of pictures of Morelia back when it was Valladolid. So it's a very neat tour, and it's a short tour, and I think after the Tranvia it was only like 25 pesos a person, and it's 30 if you do it on your own. So highly recommend.
Aquí está nuestra pulpa de membrillo.
Of course, we couldn't leave without making a couple of purchases. We bought way too many chocolates at the Dulce Museum, and we had to walk them back to the Airbnb and put them in the fridge, and we picked up meat. And now we're in the Callejon de Romance, or the Alley of Romance, and we're at a cocktail bar called Zaneke.
These cocktails certainly are some of the fanciest ones we've had. I think that the last time we had ones this fancy was at Bruja's bar in Saltillo. But this is David's Mezcal Mule. And this is my drink. I don't know if you can tell, but there is actual gold in it. And this was the Alcante Glitter, which is made with cold brew and rum, as well as vanilla and cinnamon. So it sounds excellent.
Calzada Fray Antonio is a pedestrian-only street that is beautifully lit up at night, and there seems to always be something going on. Okay, so right next to the Morelia Cathedral is a little tianguis market.
And in this market, as in a lot of places in Mexico, if you start to smell this like warm vanilla, cinnamon, sweet smell, it's usually gorditas de nata. We picked up a bag here. It was 4 for 30 pesos. They're a slightly sweetened bread. It isn't super desserty, and they really are a great little snack, and the smell gets me. So we went back to the Airbnb, we grabbed meat, and we are now at La Conspiración, and we got the sopa de churrasco, which is very traditional. David got the uchepos, which are a type of tamal. The sopa de churrasco was absolutely delicious. It was like a thick, hearty bean tomato soup, and it had some chunks of cheese and some shredded tortillas in it. Really, really delicious. I would definitely get that again. The uchepos are just kind of like a sweet cornbread, so not super my thing. Here I have got the pork belly in black mole. And David has a thinly sliced ribeye with avocado and the house beans. We are at El Campanario, which is a little terraza restaurant here in Morelia. We have ordered our starters. I have the sopa churrasca again because I enjoyed it so much last night. And David got the corundas, which are a basically fillingless tamal in a triangle shape. It's topped with crema and cheese and salsa roja. And we also got a bottle of wine. And you can see we are enjoying a fantastic view.
Every Saturday night at about 9, the city of Morelia puts on an amazing fireworks display. The view from the street in front of the cathedral is a bit better, but sitting up in El Campanario is definitely way more comfortable.
We just finished up an absolutely delicious dinner here at Cuisine. It is a restaurant that has both Oaxacan and Michoacan style dishes. And on the menu they actually have like an M for Michoacan or an O for Oaxaca. We started with the uchepos, which are basically tamales that have a sweet corn flavor to them, and they're kind of fluffy. So they remind me a lot of cornbread. They came with a red salsa and crema on top, super delicious. We also got the jicama taquitos, which were a good blend of crispy, salty, sweet. And then David got the cecina oaxaqueña. That is actually pork, and it had a flavor similar to pastor. And then I got the cecina michoacan, which is completely dried out to the point that it is actually crispy. So it was very interesting, very unique. But I think our favorite thing was the Oaxacan margarita, which was blended with jalapeno. Super unique and very, very delicious. David got 2 of those, and after tasting his first one, I ordered that for my second drink.
Next, we visited the Mercado de Dulces y Artesanías. There was a huge variety of products for sale. After the Mercado, we continued on to Iglesia Santa Rosa de Lima.
This is actually our 9th day in Morelia, and we haven't entered a single museum so far. I think we've only done like 2 or 3 churches. While we know that we are very fortunate to be able to live this lifestyle, we did kind of get a little burnt out on the museums and churches, and I compare it to when we were in Southeast Asia and they call it getting templed out. And it's just so beautiful and so impressive, but you start to appreciate it a little less. So we are definitely looking forward to spending the next few months at the coast. So if you have any recommendations of places to go in Puerto Escondido or Hualtuco, please leave them down below because I'm working on planning that right now.
Our next stop was Biblioteca Pública de la Universidad Michoacana, or the Public Library of the University of Michoacan, which was once a church that was built in the 17th century.
We are currently at Chango. I have gotten their traditional margarita, and David got their mojito. And as you can see, Meep is here with us. Meep. She's very happy. And they have a really beautiful terrazzo. We just finished up our lunch, dinner, 3 o'clock meal here at Chango. My tuna was outrageously good. The coconut shrimp were fantastic. Margarita and the mojito were quite good. But I think the highlight
Was the Carrillo, for sure. Probably the best one we've had in Mexico.
we get carajillos all the time, and those were absolutely delicious. The ambiance here was great, and the fact that they let Meep come, we'll definitely be visiting here again. Highly recommend. One thing to know here, though, is that when you walk up, you might think that they're closed because they have like a little gate that they shut, and there's a little bell on it. So you just ring the little bell, and then they buzz you in. So that's a unique feature. The first time we tried to come here, we actually thought that they were closed.
Yeah, un poco diferente. During our stay, Morelia was hosting an international film festival.
So this morning we have come to the home where Morelos was born. And this city, Morelia, is named after him. Originally, this city was named Valladolid. Right now there is a Valladolid, but that is in the Yucatan Peninsula. And after the War of Independence, they renamed the city after Morelos, Morelia.
So before coming home to grab meat to go to lunch, we decided to stop back by the Dulce Museum, and we picked up some of our favorites, the dark chocolate, and some new things to try as well.
We are currently at Tata Mezcaleria. As you can see, they have this little garden area out back. You have to walk through the restaurant, but the garden area is Meep friendly. So Meep is with us and she is happy. I ordered the Katrina cocktail, which is grapefruit and bougainvillea, and it's quite good. And then David got La Vieja cocktail, which has like a ancho chili, so it's a little bit spicy. And as you can see, it's a bit stronger of a drink, not quite as much mixer in that one. Our first course has arrived. We have the Jamaica, the yellow ceviche, the negro aguachile, and then a salmon.
We have our second appetizer, which is flor de calabaza on top of a blue corn quesadilla, which is on top of a tuatano, which is bone marrow.
We just finished up our meal at Tata, and I have to say it was fantastic. I think it might be the best meal we've had in all of Mexico. Everything we ordered was just perfectly done. It was perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked. And then the mezcal list at the end with such an extensive list of both local mezcals as well as ones from other parts of Mexico. It was a fantastic dining experience.
After taking our family photo in front of the Morelia sign, we enjoyed a performance of the traditional Danza de los Viejitos, or Dance of the Old Men.
We are at La Buca, and this is where we're having dinner for our last meal in Morelia. Unfortunately, our 28-day trip went way too fast, and we didn't get to see all of the main sites and the best things to do in Morelia like we have with all the other cities that we've stayed 28 days. There were just so many cool festivals and so many things going on for Dia de Muertos. We had an amazing time, and I guess we're just gonna have to come back.
The pizza at La Buca was one of the best we've had in Mexico. The crust was fantastic.
So this has been our Airbnb for the past 28 days in Morelia. You can see we have parking behind the gate. Come in through the front door here. And to your left is spare bedroom. And straight ahead here is a little half bathroom. To the right is the living room with TV. Straight on through is the dining room. And then, as you can see here, there's a really great grassy space for meat and a little patio table for us. Coming this way is the kitchen, which was very large. The only thing about it is it's pretty dark. There's only two small lights here and one of them barely worked. Unfortunately, this place did not have a washer. It does have a hookup for one out here, but it just has a laundry sink right now. Up the stairs, so once you get down up to the top of the stairs, you can see down into the living room. And the first door on your right here is another bedroom. We used to charge all our stuff. Unfortunately, this bedroom wasn't usable. We were planning on using it as the office, but as you can see, they have had some problems with their roof and some water damage. So we didn't quite get the 4 bedrooms. Then here is a full bath. And finally, here is the master bedroom. TV, king size bed. You can see they have a little built-in area to do my makeup. And big walk-in closet, and finally, the master bathroom.
For a fancy meal out, try Tata Mezcaleria, Chango Restaurante, or Quiche Cocina. For a cheap but delicious option, try Carnitas Don Pepe or Manglar. For drinks, we recommend La Maria Sazon Mexicano, Lorando Azul Mezcaleria, Zaneque Cocktail Room, or if you just want some coffee, try Cafe La Lucha. Favorite day trips from Morelia were Tlapujawa and Sintunsan.
That spacious Airbnb for 28 days set us back $2,075. We spent $321 on transportation, which included our 9-day trips. We spent only $18 on entertainment, $365 at bars, and a whopping $1,629 at restaurants. We spent $533 on groceries. We spent $20 recharging both of our Telcel plans. We spent $229 on personal care, and that brings our grand total to $5,190, or an average per day spend of $185. San Miguel de Allende remains our most expensive destination at $207 a day, and Saltillo is still the cheapest at $127. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to see our other cost of living videos, check those out here.